This is CBC Nova Scotia News.
Landfill seizure. The province investigates an alleged illegal landfill as the businessman caught in the crosshairs cries foul. Milestone made. The Navy officially lays the keel for its first river-class destroyer. And watch party. Haligonians gathered to cheer on Team Canada at the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Showers, drizzle, and fog patches for Saturday, but clearing the skies as we work our way into Sunday. Your full forecast is coming up.
Good evening. The world's biggest soccer tournament is underway, and downtown Halifax is the perfect place to catch all the action. The official fan experience on the Halifax Garrison grounds is now open, where fans have gathered to watch Canada's first match of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And that's where we find Tom Murphy. He joins us now live. Hi, Tom.
Hey there, Amy. Yeah, if there was any doubt that Halifax, Nova Scotia was a soccer town or a soccer province, it's been erased today for sure. I'd say about 5,000 people gathered here at Garrison's ground to take in this game, and they did not leave disappointed. After a frustrating first half, where Canada really dominated in terms of possession, they finally did tie up the game, being down 1-0 in that first half. They tied up against Bosnia and Herzegovina late, with 11 minutes left in regulation time. And boy, the crowd here was amazing. They were electric when that happened, jumping off their seats and into the air, celebrating what was really a great comeback goal by Team Canada. The second loudest cheer came when Jacob Schaffelberg came into the game in the second half. Of course, he is the pride of Kentville and Port Williams, Nova Scotia, the only Nova Scotian on Team Canada, and he was a factor in this second half for sure, playing very well. And so there's been lots of excitement in the crowd today. As we just pan around here now, we'll see that, much of Citadel Hill had been covered by people, fans coming to watch Team Canada. Now they are making their way back home, again, having salvaged a 1-1 tie here, Team Canada against Bosnia-Herzegovina. Lots of talk here about the development of soccer and how this is indicative of how soccer is developing in the province of Nova Scotia. Lots of young kids here as well, making use of the soccer skills competitions that are here, kicking the soccer ball, heading the soccer ball, enjoying all things soccer. And as we say, Amy, going home happy tonight that they at least were able to salvage a 1-1 tie, Team Canada.
Absolutely. Go Canada. Thanks for that, Tom. That's Tom Murphy joining us live from the FIFA fan experience at the Garrison grounds in downtown Halifax. Well, Nova Scotia's Department of Environment has been investigating an alleged illegal landfill outside Halifax. Earlier this year, they seized 3 pieces of heavy equipment from the site, sparking an unusual legal case. The CBC's Richard Cuthbertson reports.
From the sky, it looks largely barren, this 10 hectares in Upper Hammonds Plains. But last year, the Department of Environment alleges it was being used as an illegal landfill. And in January, investigators seized a backhoe, an excavator, and a topsoil sifting machine. Now, the Department of Justice wants that equipment forfeited under provincial legislation that normally targets drug money and organized crime.
It's a little unusual, but it was designed to deal for this.
Jeff Simser is a Toronto lawyer and expert in civil forfeiture law. He's not involved in the Upper Hammonds Plains case, but says civil forfeiture legislation can be used for violations of environmental laws.
And so provinces and territories define what unlawful activity is when you talk about proceeds of. And so that includes any provincial or any federal statute. So it was designed to pick up both, criminal offenses, but also regulatory offenses and things like that, violations of Nova Scotia law.
It is rare, perhaps unprecedented, for Nova Scotia to turn to civil forfeiture in an environmental case. Nova Scotia's Department of Environment is not commenting, but contractor Arnie Lively is. His topsoil sifting machine, which cost $300,000, was among the equipment seized. He hasn't seen it since.
We're out an entire season. People are out of work because of this. I believe it was really heavy-handed and ill thought out.
Arnie Lively says he didn't know about the alleged landfill and had nothing to do with it. Instead, he says he was simply leasing an area on the property. It was down the road from a major excavation his company was doing. He says he was storing soil there, and then last spring brought in a crew of about 6 to run it through the power screen to make clean topsoil. It's a moneymaker, but not this year.
It's a severe overreach by all means, and it's cost nobody but me money.
How much money has it cost you?
Significant, like we're 6 figures. Easy.
Really?
Oh,
Six
yeah.
figures?
Oh yeah. Yeah, 3 months of production, it's spring startup, right? Like it's $250,000 in operating cash, for sure.
No charges have yet been filed in the case. As for the equipment seized, no court date has been set for a forfeiture hearing. Franklin Wiley, whose family owns the land and who is the man investigators allege was burying waste brought in by trucks, declined an interview. But he did allow CBC on his land. Piles of rock and soil, and yes, some trash. Richard Cuthbertson, CBC News, Upper Ham's Plains.
2 people safely escaped a house fire early this morning in New Glasgow that police have deemed suspicious. Emergency crews responded around 2:30 a.m. to reports of the fire on High Street. A 20-year-old man and a 17-year-old boy inside the home at the time managed to get out without any injuries. The residence was extensively damaged. And residents of a Halifax home, including this cat carried by a Halifax firefighter, are safe following a morning fire. A fire broke out at a home on Charles Street near Windsor Street just before 7 a.m. Extensive damage could be seen on the top floor deck. The cause is under investigation. A lobster dealer in southwest Nova Scotia has been acquitted in a 2024 intimidation case. In Digby Provincial Court on Friday, 66-year-old Eric David Thibault was found not guilty of intimidating another lobster buyer. It's one of a number of similar allegations against him that have fallen short in court in recent weeks. Thibault has been held in custody since his arrest in November on newer charges stemming from an undercover RCMP investigation last year. In that case, he's accused of cocaine trafficking, conspiracy to commit arson, intimidation, and dangerous driving. Well, there was a big celebration at the Irving shipyard on Friday. Officials and workers took part in a centuries-old naval tradition for the still under construction HMCS Fraser. Ben Dornan was there.
It was a major milestone marking the start of the shipbuilding process. Roughly 2,500 Irving employees packed into Module Hall to watch the keel laying ceremony for HMCS Fraser.
We're starting to build the first destroyer for Canada in nearly 6 decades. So here in this shipyard, you have built the ships that the Navy and Coast Guard need to patrol all of our waters, all the way through the Arctic. And now you are building the destroyers we need to make sure that no one will ever come into our waters without our permission.
HMCS Fraser is the first in a trio of River-class destroyers that Irving will build for the Royal Canadian Navy. It's all part of Canada's national shipbuilding strategy that launched in 2010 and includes up to 15 destroyer-class vessels. The company signed an $8 billion contract last year to build HMCS Fraser, HMCS St. Laurent, and HMCS Mackenzie. According to military analyst Ken Hansen, the destroyers are the first step in a national strategy aimed at addressing 2 key concerns.
First thing is climate change. So the North, the Canadian North, was very securely frozen and closed to anyone unless they had very good ice-breaking capability. That's changed already. Then the other thing is the relationship with Russia. Russia is being hyper-aggressive about issues of security, and they include the Arctic as part of their security environment.
Irving Shipbuilding CEO Jim Irving spoke at the event, describing Ottawa not only as the centre of political power in Canada, but as an all-important customer for the Atlantic Canadian outfit.
Number one, we got to do a great job for a customer. I keep repeating that the best way to keep the work here in this yard is if Ottawa is happy with our performance and our cost and our schedule, that's the best way to get the next order.
And what will that next order be? It could be the next 12 destroyers that Ottawa has plans to acquire. but neither the Navy nor Irving confirmed whether the Halifax shipyard has been tapped yet for that construction process. Ben Dornan, CBC News, Halifax.
And Ryan's here with a first look at the forecast. After some nice sunshine today, then things got a bit cloudier.
Yeah, clouding up as we move through tonight into tomorrow. Clouds, showers, drizzle, fog patches. That's going to be the name of the game. Temperatures are going to be quite variable again as we work our way into the weekend. Note the temperatures today, just 10 in Sydney, yet we got to 30 at Greenwood and Kedgie, so really variable, those temperatures. Variable still on Saturday, not quite as, but still double. You can see the temperatures, Kentville and Yarmouth, that they will be in through Sydney and the east of the province. With that east to southeast flow, yeah, it's going to be obviously the warmest temperatures in the west. Widespread clouds and showers and drizzle, but some late day clearing here in the northwest of the province. That will help temperatures pop. This is where our warmest temperatures will be again on Sunday, but yes, getting into some sunshine even here in the east. A little cooler with that southerly flow along the Atlantic coastline. Full weekend breakdown coming up.
All right, we'll talk soon. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
Voters in northern Inverness County are being encouraged to take part in this month's by-election in the newly created Nova Scotia constituency of Cheticamp, Margaree, Pleasant Bay. But as Kyle Moore tells us, voter apathy is a big issue.
Candidates in Nova Scotia's new electoral district of Cheticamp, Margaree's Pleasant Bay are officially on the campaign trail. The provincial by-election is scheduled to take place June 23rd, but voter turnout is a concern for some.
People have kind of lost faith in the whole election system. So our goal now as, community volunteers is to try to promote a debate that'll be happening next Monday to get people informed on some of the real challenges and why their vote is so important.
Philip Haché says there are plenty of political issues to discuss, including the need for road work, affordable housing, and improvements aimed at healthcare and tourism.
Now that we have such a small riding, I think people will be more connected to their MLA. And if we have any questions, and having somebody close by will definitely be a plus for the community.
Darlene Doucette says until now, the region has been represented by an MLA based in the town of Inverness.
We're in a region that isn't really engaged in many elections because always our representative is usually southern part of the county.
The new constituency was created earlier this year after a 2024 Supreme Court of Nova Scotia ruling that said another protected riding is needed to provide better representation for Acadians. Doucette says one issue she wants addressed is ambulance wait times. She says statistics gathered by the local fire department show ambulance response times last year were on average 35 minutes.
So we have a website, Northern Cape Breton Emergency Response, that has stories of individuals that had to wait an hour and a half, 2 hours, or an ambulance didn't come at all. We need to fix that.
CBU political science professor Tom Urbaniak says he expects there to be more momentum as Election Day approaches.
This is a situation where potentially every vote does matter. We don't have any reliable opinion polls, scientific opinion polls to test what the vote might be after polls close on June the 23rd. So this election will be won on the doorsteps.
The community debate with all candidates is scheduled for Monday in Cheticamp. Kyle Moore, CBC News, Cheticamp.
The company operating ferries between Nova Scotia and Newfoundland says a federal board is determining whether the service is essential. A Marine Atlantic spokesperson says the company is currently participating in the process with the Canadian Industrial Relations Board. The board will decide whether the ferry service could be reduced in the event of a strike or lockout. Workers have been trying to negotiate new contracts. Marine Atlantic says there can be no strike or lockout until the federal board makes a ruling, and that's expected later this month. Well, thousands of addresses in Halifax Regional Municipality will be converting away from door-to-door service. Canada Post announced Thursday they will be introducing community mailboxes in 2027. The Crown Corporation says the move is in part to modernize the service and also cut costs. It's unclear which specific addresses will see the change first. And the fog is rolling in on the Halifax waterfront. Ryan will be back with his weather forecast. See you in a few. And we've got Ryan back with his full weather forecast. Okay, as we were going into break, you could see Halifax Harbor. What do you like to call it?
The fog monster.
That's your term, but I like it.
Yeah. It's been looming at the coast, moving in, moving out throughout the day, and I've got the proof to show it. Have a look at this. This is our time lapse for today. So this is that's the wave in the bottom left corner, an iconic spot for the kids to jump on the Halifax Harbor side, and you can see there in the boardwalk the fog obviously in the mix this morning. And then note as we move into the afternoon,
cleared away.
There we go, cleared away, and then in comes the fog monster again. Kind of off and on throughout the afternoon, and it's been kind of holding at last check, and there it is. You can see it in the distance, but right now the boardwalk still for the most part clear, though the low-level cloud has been in the mix for this afternoon. Thanks to Nova Scotia webcams for that. And as we can see, temperatures right now, 14 downtown, 19 at the airport, 27 in Greenwood, 28 degrees at Kedzie. Temperatures just 9 degrees in Sydney. And we've got 16 at Cheticamp. So those were the warmest temperatures today for Cape Breton was through Inverness County, where we did squeak into those low 20s. And Yarmouth at 19 right now, Parsboro at 23. So the winds have been really conducting traffic today. In from the east, if you're in those easterly winds, you're going to be cooler. We've been looking at the fog around the coastlines as well. And we've been looking at some showers moving in out of New Brunswick across the island, Prince Edward Island that is, and into the island here across Nova Scotia. Cape Breton's been seeing a few of those showers, Antigonish County along that Northumberland shore, a couple of showers earlier popping up Hants County and southern Colchester County as well. We're going to see more of that activity overnight as this trough moves through basically an occluded front, and that's going to be tracking through from west to east through tonight into tomorrow. Little area of high pressure will come in and save our weekend with a little bit of sunshine for Sunday. Temperatures still struggling out west, 7 in St. John's, Newfoundland, and it is 19 as we saw there at the airport in through the Halifax area. Now, as we look at the Friday night forecast, we're looking at clouds, showers, drizzle, fog patches, easterly winds near 20 kilometers per hour, a little bit more of a southeast wind for you folks down in the Tri-County area. Note that fog will roll in. We're looking at some scattered showers arriving through the overnight. The forecast model guidance not quite as bullish on these showers here for Saturday, so I don't think it's going to be a washout by any stretch. Drizzle along the coast because there is going to be a lot more moisture in the air. Fog patches lingering along the coast, probably a bit further inland than they were today because we won't have the sun to beat it back to the coastline. Note as we move into the afternoon, the scattered showers rolling through. And then late afternoon, forecast models have been pretty bullish with this, with some sunshine breaking through. Amherst, the Valley, down through Kedzie, Yarmouth, Shelburne, and as a result, really popping temperatures in that sunshine. 10 to 14 degrees for Cape Breton tomorrow. Winds gusting generally to 40, but with that southeast wind, a lace of wet wind gusting to 70 for you folks in Inverness County. 12, 13 degrees, Sherbrooke to Antigonish. And then into central areas, we're looking at temperatures ranging between 12 and 16 near the Halifax area, 16 to 17 up the Northumberland shore. In and around Cobequid Bay should get to 17, 18, especially if the sunshine starts to pop in here. And then back into the west, we're into the 20s. As you can see here, with winds relatively light. Yarmouth should be near 20 tomorrow as well. So watch Sunday. Bit of a sluggish start, and then the sunshine breaking through. Isolated chances for some showers to pop up into the afternoon, Northumberland shore, interior parts of the west, but this is a very isolated risk. Note Cape Breton, still an onshore flow here, and so it looks like temperatures will struggle with that easterly wind here. Not a strong easterly flow, but an easterly flow nonetheless. Should get to 17 Inverness County. And you can see with this slight southerly wind, temperatures still into the teens near the Atlantic coastline, but we're sailing nicely into the 20s for inland areas. And then as we work our way into Monday, we've got our next system, which is going to track in with some wet weather, especially into the afternoon on Monday. Showers lingering into Tuesday, then clearing and riding into the mid-20s through mid-next week, Amy.
That's looking awfully nice.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for that, Ryan.
Thank you.
PEI's College of Piping says interest in the bagpipes is up, especially since the pandemic. It's adding to the overall excitement as bands get ready for competitions this summer. The CBC's Connor Lamont caught up with some pipers to hear more.
The College of Piping has been extra busy this year, with more people interested in learning the bagpipes. The local piping program grew by 60% last year, and the college is hoping that growth continues. Student Jackson Grady loves the big sound of this instrument.
I love the sound of it. I love the musicality of it. But I do like how loud it is, which is not something everyone likes. But it's something I like.
He's been with the college for 3 years now, and in recent years, more people have been picking this instrument up. With more students, the college needed another instructor.
Of course, it's exciting. It's also, it's kind of full circle. I started here as a piping student, traveled around the world competing and performing, and to be able to come back and teach and pass it along is very rewarding.
The college says interest in the pipes has grown since the pandemic, and more people are learning about the free bagpipe and drum lessons offered through a scholarship for students aged 8 to 18.
It's a combination of people, trying to get off screens and the post-COVID years, which took a while to get over. People are just getting out and doing things.
And it isn't just the bagpipes. The college says other programs like drumming and Highland dance are more popular right now, too. McHattie says a big part of it for some is getting together for competitions around the Maritimes. The first one is this weekend in Moncton.
Well, what really hooks people is when they go to these summer Highland Games, they win and lose as a group, and they have a good time, and they meet new people who have the similar interests from around the Maritimes.
This is the first season I'm competing in all of the Highland Games. And I just love competing. I love playing the bagpipes.
Some students, including myself, are taking lessons through the college in Charlottetown, where there's been some growth as well. Now, I'm just a beginner, still learning on what's called the practice chanter, but I'm hoping to be marching in the band soon. Connor Lamont, CBC News, Charlottetown.
Coming up, it's a weekend of fun, food, and festivities at the Halifax Dockyard for D&D Family Days. It is a busy time for CFB Halifax. Thousands of families are gathering here this weekend for D&D Family Days. And Friday morning, the Navy officially laid the keel for the future HMCS Fraser. For more on this, we're joined by Base Commander Captain Annick Fortin. So these new destroyers, they represent a 30-year commitment to the fleet. For the folks here for Family Days, what does this new chapter mean for them?
I think it's a very exciting time to have to be able to lay the keel this morning of HMCS Fraser, and some of those river class crew will be part of our harbor. Is going to be part of the base, so it's a very exciting time for all of us in the defense team to be able to ensure that we are ready for this major milestone of the Royal Canadian Navy and the Canadian Armed Forces.
Now, keel laying has lots of history, some superstitions. What does it signify for the crew who will be eventually sailing on the Fraser?
Like I mentioned, I think it's going to be a significant milestone for them and for all of us. So looking forward to see her in our dockyard.
And of course, for all these families here, they have a strong connection to the community. Why do you want to put an event on like this for them? I understand it's the largest, if not one of the largest family days in the country.
Yes, absolutely, Amy. I think it's great to have the families here. As we know, there's lots of demands on the defense team, and being able to say thank you to the families with opening our doors, being able to have them go on board ships, seeing the cyclone that we have here from 12 inch of water. I think it's a great testament to say thank you to them and supporting us day in, day out to do what we have to do at home and abroad.
And what kind of feedback do you get from this event? I know this has been going on for decades now.
That's correct. It's been, this year is actually the 27th year. So I think the feedback has been great. Lots of excited people to be here. And I'm very fortunate to say that we have over 40 sponsors that are here today. So I think it's a testament to our family and really looking forward to walk around and meet with the people that are able to make this happen and say thank you for our families that are here and for our defense members.
You mentioned the cyclone. What other things are there to see this weekend?
Actually, this weekend we're very fortunate. So there's bouncy castles for our children. Also, there's Margaret Brook, HMCS Margaret Brook, that's here. As you know, Margaret Brook went overseas and she deployed in the Antarctic. She was the first part of the first expedition. And I think you were there too, so I think that's pretty fascinating. The cyclone is here, and there's plenty of fun for everybody and all the families.
In terms of turnout this time around, how many people are you expecting?
Well, actually, last year it was a beautiful Friday, and I think there was a little less people than today. And then last year also on the Saturday, it was raining. And
sideways rain, I understand.
Sideways, yes, but the attendance was fascinating. So last year it was about 10,000 people, and from what I can see right now, I think it's gonna be well above 10,000 people. So looking forward to see the numbers, but also looking forward to see how much fun the families are having.
All right, for you personally, what are you checking out?
All of it. I'm checking out all of it, being able to say thank you to all the people that are here, to our sponsors, and without our people and our defense team, there's no way we could make this happen. So, and all the sponsors are supporting us. So that's what I'm looking forward to see, shaking some hands, saying thank you, and seeing some smiles on everyone's faces.
So besides the bouncy castles and the cookies and the face painting and all that stuff, what else do you hope that family members take away from visiting today and tomorrow?
That they are important to us, and that without them, we cannot accomplish what we have to accomplish. It's a team sport, and we need everyone that can support us, and I think it's important that they're here today. So looking forward to meet with them.
And folks get a bit of a glimpse behind the scenes as well.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. So this is open to military or defense team members and their family, and it's not open. Sadly, it's not open to everyone in the city. But I think that being able to share this special moments with them, I think it's a great opportunity.
And do you think some of the kids and spouses finally get a better understanding of what happens on the job?
Yes, I think definitely. So, being able to bring someone on board ship and say this is where I sit, or where we sit to do different things in our day-to-day activities. I think it will really bring a visual for the family and make create a better understanding for them.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, and best of luck this weekend.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Coming up, Mark Carney is in Paris meeting with French President Emmanuel Macron ahead of next week's G7 summit. And new research suggests GLP-1 weight loss drugs like Ozempic can lower some cancer risks. Welcome back. Prime Minister Mark Carney and the French president have announced both countries will deepen defense and industrial cooperation. The leaders issued a joint statement outlining a new general security of information agreement. Carney is in Paris ahead of the start of the G7 in France. David Cochran has the details.
It's a return visit for Mark Carney, as France was the first country he visited as Prime Minister, to strengthen transatlantic ties as those closer to home started to fray.
Nous constatons que l'ordre international est fragmenté.
The international order is fragmenting, says French President Emmanuel Macron, urging democracies to be clear-sighted and work together. Canada and France will work together with new arrangements on defense procurement, artificial intelligence, and online safety.
Monsieur le Premier Ministre, Canada, cher Marc,
The two leaders will work together in the days leading up to the G7 to set a common agenda.
I believe that the next world order will likely be built out of Europe, and Canada will be part of that effort.
That effort has been accelerating since Kearney hosted the last full gathering of G7 leaders in Alberta. At that time, the wave of new U.S. tariffs and trade disruptions had just begun. Now, all the countries at the G7 table are dealing with problems caused by the biggest player. For Canada, tariffs and trade remain unresolved. Europe and Asia are facing stagnant growth and soaring costs from the energy shocks rippling out of the war in Iran. The Prime Minister was quick to reject the notion that all this created a G6+1.
There are strongly held views by one of the G7 partners that are more extreme than others, and I'm not saying just one. I mean, each of us may have examples of that.
Before the G7, it's off to Ireland for a visit that is both professional and personal for the Prime Minister. In 1925, Mark Carney's Irish grandparents emigrated to Canada, arriving in Halifax with £5 to their name. A century later, their grandson returns as the Prime Minister of the country that gave his ancestors a home. David Cochran, CBC News, Paris.
Mediators from Pakistan working with the U.S. and Iran say both the countries have agreed on the wording to reach a peace deal. The apparent breakthrough comes after military strikes over 3 days this week by the U.S., Iran, and Israel. No details have been officially released on the nature of the agreement, but leaked terms of the proposal appeared to favor Iran. Donald Trump lashed out in an online post saying the terms, quote, Iran leaked out were false and bear no relation to the truth. He later reposted Tehran's statement, which said the end of the war was never closer. Multiple women who are alleged victims in an AI deepfake investigation are pushing back against the Ottawa Police Service's claim of leading a drama-informed investigation. The women say they feel dismissed, and they're calling on the Ottawa Police to provide more information about the case. Kayla Hounsell has been following this story closely and has the latest.
I've been investigating this case for about a month now. I've spoken with more than a dozen women, and several of them have told me they've felt dismissed by the Ottawa Police. One woman did say the officer she dealt with was responsive and helpful. Now, there are more than 50 alleged victims in this case, and the women I've spoken with say someone took their photos from their social media accounts and used them in AI-generated scenes of rape and torture. 60-year-old Stephen Lowe of Maitland, Nova Scotia is now facing 79 charges, including harassment, uttering threats, possessing and publishing obscene material, and child sexual abuse material. Another man, Peter Van Beek, is also facing charges. Here is what one woman had to say about her experience with the Ottawa Police, and I do want to note her identity is protected by a court-ordered publication ban.
I received an email to my work email saying that I had been identified as the victim of a crime. I gave him a call, and he asked if I could come into the station to speak with him, so I did. I wish someone had told me it wasn't my fault. I wish a woman had been in the room with me.
Now, the Ottawa Police Service says it takes these kinds of concerns seriously. It also has a victim support unit that works closely with frontline officers to provide crisis intervention, safety planning, emotional support, and referrals to community resources. But some of the women I've been speaking with say they haven't received any of those supports.
It's very unfortunate that their perspective. The victim is at the centerpiece of every investigative decision. We keep her or them informed of the next step. We put in a great deal of effort into our preparation before approaching a particular victim in a particular case.
And Ottawa police say they can't speak to individual experiences or specific investigative steps given this investigation is ongoing. But they say if anyone does not feel supported, they should contact the investigator directly. Kayla Hounsell, CBC News, Ottawa.
Many parents approve of the new Canadian legislation aimed at restricting social media access to kids under 16. But some still have unanswered questions. They want to know exactly how the law will be enforced. Deanna Sumanak-Johnson reports.
So do you think your friends are going to figure out a way around this?
For mom journalist and public speaker Farah Nasser, Ottawa's new proposed bill restricting social media for children is encouraging news.
So we don't have many of the details. I think that the great things about it are that we're talking not just about a ban, because we know in Australia kids are still on social media.
Introduced Wednesday, the Safe Social Media Act would force social media companies to restrict accounts for children under 16 years old, with exemptions granted if they can prove adequate safeguards to protect children, and establish the Digital Safety Commission, a regulatory body to oversee the conduct of platforms. This parent advocate says she likes what's in the bill.
Overall, it kind of brings back feelings of hope, and especially because you see that clarity on and intentions about doing the right thing and prioritizing children.
This expert agrees.
I just felt that the safety by design focus, the establishment of a commissioner, and also this possibility for different service providers to meet a criteria, set of criteria and show that they can be appropriate for kids was massive.
Still, how social media platforms will verify user ages and how the regulator will operate is not clear yet.
The devil is going to be in the details. Will they also be held accountable for the power that they have? There are some concerns over their access to data, that as more of this data is collected, that Canadians' privacy could be at risk.
These parents worry about how the law will be put into practice too. But for them and many others, this is a welcome first step in the battle they've fought alone for a long time. Deanna Sumanak-Johnson, CBC News, Toronto.
New studies appear to show popular weight loss drugs like Ozempic and other GLP-1 could also help reduce cancer risk. But health experts are taking it all with a grain of salt. They say the connections are not yet conclusive. Here's the CBC's Lauren Pelly with what you need to know.
GLP-1s may have broader benefits beyond weight loss.
These drugs appear to be having an effect in observational studies in both obesity-related and non-obesity-related cancers.
Her own research looked at health records from more than 100,000 overweight women. Those taking a GLP-1 had a 30% lower incidence of breast cancer. The team found the same trend even when taking into account women's age, background, and breast density, suggesting the medications might have a direct effect to ward off risk factors linked to cancer.
They impact pathways associated with inflammation, as well as the pathways that are associated with weight loss.
It's just the latest study showing links between these blockbuster drugs and cancer prevention, but the headlines don't tell the full story.
Scientists say there are more questions than answers, and long-term research is needed on GLP-1s, since plenty of drugs show early potential that doesn't pan out.
So far, most studies on the links between GLP-1s and cancer are simply looking back at old health data.
Maybe there's an imbalance of certain risks that we didn't actually know or measure.
This Canadian cancer researcher plans to study GLP-1s in a massive clinical trial on cancer survivors. By using advanced blood tests and lengthy follow-ups, she wants to see if the medication actually helps stop cancer from coming back over time.
If you're going to look at the question whether these drugs reduce the development of cancer, you probably need to start off with patients at higher risk.
If GLP-1s work for those high-risk patients, they might help prevent cancer in the general population as well. But knowing for sure could take years, if not decades.
I think it's okay not to know.
This surgical oncologist says, in the meantime, Canadians should focus on what we do know to ward off cancer. Maintaining a healthy diet, staying fit, and avoiding alcohol and smoking.
Before we go to that medication, I would first go through all of those to help reduce your risk.
And if you're eligible for cancer screening programs, those can help catch early signs of cancer before it's too late. Lauren Pelly, CBC News, Toronto.
With the World Cup underway in Canada, excitement among soccer fans here has reached a fever pitch. Many of them were in heaven when Jesse Marsh became coach of the Canadian men's national team 2 years ago. Since then, he has turned the team's home pitch into hell, and that's a good thing. He explained in a recent interview with CBC chief correspondent Adrian Arsenault.
There are a lot of Canadian hopes like resting on those American shoulders, and I just like how much do they weigh?
I'm pretty comfortable. The team was at a moment in time where they needed someone like me. I think someone a little more brash, someone a little more confident and having self-belief in what we were doing, and gives us a better chance to be winners.
Is that the American in you that they needed? A little swagger, maybe?
Look, I mean, I've been called American, Ted Lasso. I've been called a lot of things, but there is definitely an American arrogance and self-belief to what I do.
Head coach Jesse Marsh has earned his swagger. Before leading Canada's squad, the professional midfielder coached elite teams across Europe, including in the English Premier League.
Yes! Yes! Good.
Arguably, he is the highest profile coach in the history of Canada soccer.
Sprint to get there, sprint to get back. This is a sprinting exercise, not jogging.
2 years with the team so far, he's coaching not just their play, but their headspace. The Canadian kindness people talk about, he says there's no room for that on the pitch.
The things that are valued in Canadian society are kindness and generosity and being genuine, and also being very humble, almost too humble. But, humility and kindness don't always build champions.
I look at that slogan, our home, your hell.
Yeah.
That's a vibe check.
Our home, your hell, that's from them. That's not me.
Okay, you've taught them well.
So, I think we had this identity questionnaire. One of the things I asked them is, what should it feel like to play against us? And what came out of it was hell. So when you come to watch us play, I think you're going to see us be the aggressor when we have the ball and when we don't. I think you're going to see us run. You're going to see a fast team, an athletic team, an exciting team. And look, I also think that that's important where the game is in the country right now. Is it can't just be a methodical, passive style of football. That won't electrify the country and change the sport. I think we have to have something that's entertaining and exciting to watch, because that's who these players are, and that's what we want the game to be in this country for the future.
Well, Canada's main stock index rose more than 250 points today. U.S. markets also moved higher. Here's a look at the numbers as we go to break. This is Nova Scotia. And this is Nova Scotia on your smart TV, because CBC News is now streaming local. Local news and weather on your connected TV or favorite device. CBC News Nova Scotia, streaming now. So the weekend is here.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's good.
And Sunday looks good.
Sunday looks good. Yeah. Again, the wind.
We don't want to skip over Saturday.
No,
right?
that's true. Yeah. Saturday will break for some clearing in the northwest as well. So there's some sunshine to be had this weekend. First and foremost, have a look at our viewer picture of the day. A terrific one. This is from Two Islands, Parsboro, and look at that.
That's a big sky.
Yeah. And if you look closely, you can see some low-level fog kind of hovering around the islands there. A beautiful shot. Thanks to Jeff Orr for sharing this. Ryan's picks at cbc.ca. Now, looking forward to that forecast as we look ahead to Saturday. It's the east to southeast wind that's going to be conducting traffic tomorrow. So just 10 to 14 degrees if you're closer to those onshore winds. And as we look towards the northwest, we are looking at temperatures that are going to be, cracking near 20 degrees. So thanks to that little bit of sun that's been moving in. Now for Sunday, widespread temperatures into the mid to high teens and some low 20s. Now, I do have 16 there for Halifax. The wind is going to be so influential. It's a light southerly wind, so I do think if you're harbor side, temperature's likely to be 16, 17 degrees, but I do think we're going to be into the high teens and even some low 20s for inland parts of Halifax County. So a pretty good Sunday overall. And then, as we look ahead, let's just run you through the timeline. There are those showers that are going to be moving in for Saturday. Note the clearing as we move into Sunday. And there is that sun that's popping out. Back in the mix with some showers for Monday. And overall, that 7-day forecast is looking pretty good.
Sure is. All right, as mentioned earlier, a free fan zone has been set up in downtown Halifax to watch Canada in the FIFA World Cup.
Here is more on what fans had to say about the experience.
Even though the games aren't in Halifax, I just feel like it feels good to have our country represented out there in the global stage.
I'm kind of nervous but super excited. I think it's great to have such a great community, and soccer brings that out in people, so I love it.
This is so cool. Everyone could enjoy that. Since we can't go away, but why not?
I think it's great. I didn't realize there was such a big Mexican, Hispanic culture in here, and I think things like this bring them all out, and it's great to see. I love it. Yeah.
The vibe here is very positive. People are watching the first match of the World Cup, and it's interesting for all of us, not just supporting the teams.
Yeah, they're cheering for Canada for sure.
Definitely.
Well, that is it for us tonight. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Have a great weekend.